Hi guys, I'm here with Nicole Moore, the love coach. Welcome, Nicole, to Pop Style TV.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to chat about all things love.
Yes, me too. So tell me, what is dating looking like in 2021?
You know what I think? Okay, so I think people are falling into two different categories. So there are people who are like, we just went through a pandemic, WTF, like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life, and I just want to have fun. Like, I feel like there's this resurgence of like, let me go out, let me have fun, let me hot girl summer, let me just like be wild, because we've been so contracted, right? So on the one hand, I feel like there's these people who just want to be wild, and it's like, go for it, go ahead, be wild, do your thing. But on the other hand, I feel like there's people who are more like, I want that relationship. This time made me realize what I was missing. Like, it's now or never kind of thing. Because like with dating, it's easy to go out there and date, but if you want to find the right person, like, it usually takes something. You got to get over your fears. And so I feel like in a way, a lot of people kind of had to face all their stuff on the inside, and now they're like, I'm ready for real love. So I think there's going to be a lot of marriages, engagements, committed relationships this year, more so than ever before. And then there's going to be the buck wild, like, let me just have fun people, and, you know, wherever you're at is all good.
What do you think about casual dating? Do you think it ever has any like, potential?
I do think it has potential. I think, okay, the issue with casual dating is people don't understand how to keep it casual on their emotional side, right? So like, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I think, especially for women, I'm always like, go date more than one person, or open yourself up, and you know what I mean? Don't like hang on one person so much. But it's very hard for people to do that. Like, you have to really watch when you're dating. It's like, okay, I have these feelings, but is that person showing up? Like, are their feelings appropriate for right now? Because a lot of people, they'll have, when you're in a casual relationship, you're imagining what it would be like with that person. You're projecting so much stuff onto that person. You're in love with the image that you're creating more so than that person. So if you can keep it casual emotionally, it can really work. Can some people turn casual into romantic and long-term? Of course. But some casual people are showing you they don't want anything more than casual. And if they show you that, you have to believe that.
How did you meet your husband? Were you looking for one, or it just happened?
So I was like actively like manifesting my husband, in the sense that I was focusing on my vision. And I was feeling the feeling of being married. Before I met my husband, I felt married. I know it's like, sounds crazy, but I just felt that in my vibration. I'm like, I'm already that person. So I was dating, but I was loose about it, right? So I wasn't like, okay, is this person the one? I was just like, is this person going to reveal something to me that I need to heal? Or maybe they're going to show me something amazing. Like, they brought me a new level of treatment, and I'm never going to go back. I'm not going to keep dating them, but I'll never go back, right? So I was kind of looking at every date as, you're going to bring me something good. You're either my man, or you're helping me get there. And I'm just going to look at every experience as it's bringing me something good, even if it's somebody that like ghosts me or whatever. So I was very much like open in my heart. I was manifesting, but I wasn't trying to make each person be my husband. So I moved to California though, because I had an intuitive feeling that the love of my life was in California. I'm New York City, born and raised, Upper East Side, like all of that. I don't have a driver's license. I mean, I'm like a New Yorker, right? But my intuition kept telling me that they were in California. And so I packed up, I moved to California, and I met my husband not long after, like a couple of months after. I met him on Tinder, right? So I was on Tinder. I was doing like all the things, but I was manifesting it at the same time. I wasn't like, I have to go on 5 million dates. I didn't have time for that. You know, I was busy.
So what are your thoughts on online dating? Obviously it worked for you, but do you have any tips or tricks on how to vet, the right person or the people that you do want to meet?
I think people need to use online dating as feedback. This is what I always say. I have clients meet people everywhere you can imagine. But if you go online, what the beautiful thing is, you're going to get information, because you're going to see like, okay, what am I getting? Do I get no dates? Do I get scammers? Do I get people who just want sex? Like, do I get people who talk to me a little bit and then they ghost me? if you can look at online and say, this is revealing to me something about myself, this is revealing to me patterns, then you can use it for feedback. So I never say go online to meet the love of your life. I say go online, let's see what's happening. And then let's use that to shift yourself. And you can meet someone online, you can meet someone anywhere.
So let's talk about celebrities. Just like this year, so much has happened. I personally was so surprised about quite a few breakups. Some I haven't been so surprised. What do you think about the Kardashian sisters? Like, what are you thinking about Kanye and Kim? Did you see that coming?
Okay, so Kim and Kanye, I was rooting for them too. So what I liked about their relationship was that they were like letting each other be their real selves. Like Kim knew Kanye was like a crazy artist, but she was letting him be himself and he was letting her be herself. And I think the relationship worked based on that. But Kanye went over the deep end. Like there's a certain point where you got to fold, where you're like, no, this is too much. When he talked about wanting to abort North and all that, I think it was too much, right? And then the running for president and all of that, like it's like, I feel like Kim was riding hard for him, but it reached a boiling point. I analyzed their body language and it's like in every picture, it's like Kanye's doing his own thing. Like he was off doing his own thing. I think Kanye is more about Kanye and Kim was more about like the family and the relationship. So I think that I was surprised when it ended, but after I analyzed their body language, I was like, okay, this was actually coming for a long time.
And so let's talk about one more celebrity couple, celebrity that used to be royals. So what are we thinking about Meghan and Harry? Are they going to stay married?
I do think they're going to stay married. I honestly think if Meghan was as conniving as like all the media, like she deserves a medal for that. If she could like think of all of those ways to be conniving, I'm like, that's actually like very intelligent. If she was as conniving as they say. I don't see that when I look at them. I analyze their body language for Us Magazine. I analyzed the body language from the Oprah interview. She seemed really happy for him when he was talking about when he was connecting with his grandmother. Like there was a genuine emotion there. She didn't seem like a psychopath who's just trying to like take over everything. Like she seemed like she actually cared about him. And he clearly is like, you know, ride or die for Meghan.
So do you think that he might resent her at some point for also kind of, you know, his relationship with his family is not what it used to be before he was with Meghan?
Yeah, well, he was always a rebel though. Like I think that he was always trying to rebel against it. So first of all, I think that they need to understand this. It's a system. The monarchy is a system, and that's what they're rebelling against. They're not rebelling against the family members. They're rebelling against the system. But of course, it's hard, right? You know what I mean? To differentiate. But really, that whole family, it's like they're a family within a system. So if Harry can understand that, then you know he's going to be okay.
So tell me, what is a love oracle?
So, you know what? I have a love oracle card deck. So this is it. So, you know, I created this because I love oracle card decks. So if you don't know what an oracle card deck is, it's just, you know, a card deck, and mine has 62, and there's different images with different phrases on them. And so you kind of connect with the energy of the cards, and you pull a card, and you can pull it for other people or for yourself. Okay, like what's the message that I most need to know? So the message I pulled for you and your listeners, this is the Have It Your Way card. When you see the Have It Your Way card, it's a message from whatever you want to call it, saying, stop settling relationships, stop thinking you can't have it. You can create the relationship that you want, and it can be your way. So that's kind of like what an oracle card deck is. You can get information about the past, you can get information about the future, you can get information about right now. My oracle card deck is called the Love Answers Oracle Card Deck. And each card comes with like a description and a journal prompt and a mantra, like to help you kind of grow.
I love it. And I love the card you pulled out first. So I can have it. Good.
Yes, you can have it. Yeah, you can. Absolutely. People think a relationship is, oh, this is just how it is. And I want people to know so much that like, no, and you're not supposed to have the same relationship as your parents or your friends or what society says. It's a creation, and like it could be exciting if you look at it that way. Like you get to have whatever you want if you can believe it, if you can feel worthy of it, if you can let go of whatever's inside of you that, you know, is not that. So you can be in that place where you can manifest it all, for sure.
Thank you, Nicole, so much for talking to me. It was really great learning all the stuff about relationships, and I'd love to stay in touch. Let's see, maybe also do some or love oracle readings in the future.
Sure, sure. It's fun.
Thank you.